Our Valentine's bouquets are past their prime and our gardens, they haven't started blooming yet. But we still want those fresh flowers in our space, right? So what should we fill our vases with right now? My next guest recommends hydrangeas, the lush, full petals add a fresh feeling on a drab day. Florist and event planner Tesla Welch is here with ways to work with hydrangeas, sharing tested techniques to extend the life of your arrangements. Welcome back, Tesla.
Thank you.
We have so many beautiful arrangements on the table we need to take a minute for. And I was dying over this like maroon kind of burgundy hydrangea. I'd never seen that color. And what did you tell me?
Okay, so you can sometimes get those, but actually those are just white hydrangeas that I sprayed with floral tint. I do it all the time.
I did not even know that was a thing.
So fun.
Because we usually will often see kind of the greenish
the green, the blue. Yes.
So when we can't get the color we want, this is the cheat.
We just spray them.
Okay, and these are all so gorgeous. I love hydrangeas. I have them in my front yard, but of course they're not blooming.
Not yet,
but I'd love to have them in my house.
And you cut them, there are some easy ways to keep them fresh. So.
Okay, we're excited to learn about them. And why do you like hydrangeas for this time of year to fill our space?
I just love them when I'm designing. They're a big bloom. I think they have so much texture and personality. I love hydrangeas. I told my husband that one time, so if he ever gets me flowers, it's gonna have, it might be like this big of a hydrangea, but it's gonna have a hydrangea in there, so.
It needs to be in there, yes. Absolutely. Okay, so you've got some ways for us to really like embrace kind of the shorter lifespan, because you said, I mean, we know with like potted plants, those can last a little longer, the yard lasts a little longer, but these cut arrangements, the lifespan's kind of short, but you said that's okay, right?
It's okay. There was actually a beautiful quote that was going around Instagram a few weeks ago where this famous florist was on the Drew Barrymore show, and he said, you know, cut flowers aren't meant to last forever. They're actually supposed to remind you to live in the moment and to be present, to get from behind the lens and enjoy life and enjoy the beauty around you. And I thought that is so beautiful. But you still do want them to last a little longer, right?
Yes.
So my tried and true is I take 2 tablespoons of Sprite.
Okay, this is gonna be our recipe for just making those cut flowers last a little bit longer.
Yes.
Right? Because we're okay that they're not gonna be forever, but a little bit longer. So what do you have for us?
This might drive you crazy. My measurements are very unprecise. So 2 tablespoons.
Right. Nothing's going in the oven.
Just do like that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good.
Just a splash of Sprite.
And this actually surprises a lot of people. You'd think it would kill the flowers, but I just do a couple of drops of bleach.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to harm them.
No, because a lot of the bacteria lives on the stem and the leaves.
Okay.
So what that does is it neutralizes and kills the bacteria, and then just fill it with water.
So why the combination of the Sprite and the bleach? What does that do?
The Sprite has the sugar and the citric acid, which helps with floral hydration. And then the bleach kills the bacteria.
Kill it. Oh my
so
gosh.
If you get just like a bouquet from the grocery store, you would just want to give them like a fresh, maybe 1/2 inch, clip at an angle.
And you're always cutting, okay, angle.
Angle.
Get about 1 inch off of there. We've got plenty of water.
That one is going to be
in here.
Yes. Wow.
I feel like a lot of us will have probably Sprite and bleach on hand at home, right?
Okay, that one is just going to be difficult.
Okay.
And then,
so we're adding these.
Go. Yeah, and so then it would just extend the life a little bit longer. You'll want to get rid of any leaves below the water line and then change your water every 1 or 2 days. The other important thing is to make sure your vase is super clean, like clean enough that you would drink out of it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I never thought of that as being a tip for helping extend the life of flowers. What does that do?
Again, there's probably bacteria or something if you've already had flowers in it. So before I start processing flowers, I'm scrubbing all my floral buckets with bleach and Dawn and just really getting them so clean.
Okay, that's so good to know, because I've been good about changing water, right?
Right.
It starts to go down, I'm like, all right, we need some more water, so I'll just rinse this out really quick.
But
you're
really
really cleaning them, like with dish soap or the bleach and making sure that's
bacteria.
Clean. Do we need to do that when we're changing the water or giving it
I usually don't. I dump the water out, rinse it, and then start. I just like to start really clean and fresh.
Okay. Then with this recipe, I love that we've got the recipes over here with the flowers. How much longer can we expect our flowers to last, these cut flowers?
Keep them out of direct sun and in a cool, like, well-lit place. And I say a couple of weeks. I mean, people are going to probably say, nah, mine's die in a day, but I'm really good at making mine last. So it's kind of like a challenge for me.
Okay, now you said something just there, keep them out of direct sunlight. I would think our flowers need direct sunlight,
So they need it to bloom and grow, but once they're cut, it's kind of like your enemy because it just helps them wilt and die faster. So in like out of direct sunlight in a cooler place of your home, they're just gonna last longer.
Okay, what about the planted florals
planted
and things.
sun, yes,
Okay, we
exactly.
do want those because those are still growing, you're saying?
Right, exactly.
Okay, but keep these out of
Once
direct
they're cut,
sunlight.
it's timer's on.
Okay, that's kind of nice because it gives us more options of where to put cut flowers,
them,
right?
Yes, and then just enjoy them while they're here, right?
Okay, now, you say that you've got another tip and we need to find it in the spice aisle?
Right, so this has been like a game changer for me. I can't tell you how many events I was spritzing hydrangeas all day, just hoping they would stay alive.
Yeah.
And then I found alum.
What?
Yes, it's $1.
I'm pretty familiar with the spice aisle.
It's
and why, I don't know
$1 at
what this
Walmart.
is.
Yes, so it's actually a spice they use in pickling.
Oh, okay.
So hydrangeas are tricky because once you cut them, they actually naturally start producing a sap that kind of heals the wound,
Oh,
is what the
okay.
flower is thinking. But what that does is it also seals the stem and doesn't allow for more water absorption.
Oh,
So when I'm doing a hydrangea, I cut it as much of the stem exposed as possible.
Okay.
And then I actually even do another cut vertically up the stem.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just exposing as much as the stem to be able to drink. And then I dip it in like a floral food and then into the alum, like a pretty good amount. And I'm telling you,
oh, look at that. Let's
Like-
show that to the camera because that's quite a bit.
and that's
So
a generous
dipped it in-
amount.
yeah.
So, but it doesn't have to be quite that much usually. But yeah, and it will last, like I can get hydrangeas to last like a month in my floral fridge or even on my counter.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
It really does. It kind of acts as the pickling agent. It keeps the stem open and porous and allows the water to
Okay,
continue
that's going to be
uptake.
everyone's best friend with
I know,
these
and
cut
now
flowers.
I actually
Wow.
bought 10 this weekend. So I'm like, now it's going to be really hard to find.
Okay, well, if you can't find them, we know that Tesla
Online,
took them
right,
all.
yeah.
So
Contact me. I've got a source.
we'll go to Tesla's house and get all of her alum. Is that how you could say it?
Alum,
Alum,
yeah.
alum. Okay. All right, that is brilliant. Any other flowers that you like for this time of year?
Yes, the butterfly ranunculus are coming. Ranunculus period peonies will be here
they're
before we
beautiful.
know it. I'm so excited for spring.
Aren't we
I have
so
many
happy?
fun weddings, and I'm just all about it.
For all the colors to come back to our life.
I know. I had to give like burgundy one more chance before it's out of season.
Well,
so.
it's beautiful, especially paired with the light pink. Tesla, I love your inspiration. Thank you for your tips, for sharing your knowledge with us. If we want to get more, follow along this spring, where can we find you?
Yes, just on Instagram, Blooms by Tesla, and on Facebook as well.
Okay, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.